Currently, Italy has two GPs, Italian GP at the iconic Monza circuit, and from 2020, Emilia Romagna GP at no less famous Imola circuit. Before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. Imola is the town in the Emilia Romagna region where the circuit is located, while the circuit itself is named Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. It hosts Emilia Romagna GP, and to those who started to watch Formula 1 recently, it is something new, but older fans remember it from 1980, when the Italian GP was held there, and from the period from 1981 to 2006, when it hosted the San Marino GP. Imola is an important part of Formula 1 history. We could talk about the memorable moments for hours, but since this video is about Emilia Romagna GP, we're going to mention just a few of them. Gilles Villeneuve drove the first Ferrari with a turbo engine. Famous Senna-Prost rivalry began there in 1989, and as probably everybody knows, in 1994, Senna lost his life at Imola. No wonder this circuit has become almost mythical. Overall, the Imola circuit is a challenging and technical track that demands precision and skill from drivers, which is why Formula 1 fans and drivers love it. It is 4.9 kilometers long and features a total of 19 turns, 9 of which are right-hand turns and 10 are left-hand turns. The track has a long straightaway that measures approximately 1.1 kilometers in length. The start-finish line is located on the main straight, which is followed by the Tamburello corner, a left-hand turn that is notorious for the fatal crash of Ayrton Senna in 1994. The track then goes through a series of fast and technical corners before entering the Variante Alta chicane, which is a tight right-left chicane that leads onto the back straight. The back straight is the longest straight on the circuit, and it is followed by the Rivazza double apex corner, which leads onto the start of the second half of the lap that features a series of slower corners, including the Tosa hairpin, the Villeneuve chicane, and the Ache Minerali corner, before returning to the start-finish straight. With these characteristics and rich history, the track is one of the most famous in motorsport, but it was out of the F1 calendar for a long time, so everyone was glad when it came back in 2020 to host Emilia Romagna GP. The 2020 Formula 1 season was as crazy and chaotic as the year 2020 in general. The COVID-19 pandemic outbreak caused a lot of changes in every area, and Formula 1 was no exception. First of all, we were not sure if the season would start on the scheduled date. At first, FIA decided to start as it was originally planned, but then the decision was changed and the start of the season was postponed. While we were waiting to hear when the first race would be held, many venues cancelled the race, and others announced a postponement. The F1 calendar was constantly changing, so we had no idea what exactly to expect. Eventually, we got the official schedule and saw some new venues, Imola among them. The first ever Emilia Romagna GP took place on November 1st, 2020. It was a 2-day racing weekend, with only one free practice on Saturday instead of 3. There were no spectators around the circuit because the pandemic was still a serious problem, and it would have been a huge risk to allow crowds of people to watch the event. Valtteri Bottas started the race from the pole position, while his teammate Lewis Hamilton won the race. The race itself was full of action, incidents, and retirements. It was a memorable and exciting race, showcasing the challenges and thrills of racing at the historic Imola circuit. Emilia Romagna GP should have been a one-off race, but it stayed on the calendar because it turned out that COVID-19 was not a one-year problem. The Chinese GP was cancelled for the season 2021 too, so the race stayed to replace it. Max Verstappen was the driver who won the second Emilia Romagna GP race, although Lewis Hamilton started from pole. The race was again intense and chaotic, and this time the spectators, around 13,000 of them, were there to hit the atmosphere. Everyone enjoyed the race and thought that it would be nice to see F1 drivers racing at Imola after 2021. The wishes came true. At the beginning of 2022, it was announced that Emilia Romagna GP stays on the calendar until 2025. That year, the sprint format was introduced, and one of 3 was during the Emilia Romagna GP weekend. Since Monza also has a contract until 2025, the question is what's going to happen after that, because it's unlikely that both races can stay. Why? because there is a huge interest in Formula One from America and Asia. Therefore, European races are under threat. If one European GP has to go, it will probably be the one from the country that hosts two. Which one would it be? Both circuits are famous and loved by F1 fans and drivers, so if you ask them, both should stay on the calendar. But we already know that Monza has problems and needs support to stay in Formula One. We all want to watch races on both tracks for a long time, but we will see what's gonna happen in the future. The legendary Imola circuit is one of those that puts the skills of the world's top Formula One drivers on test, and so far we have seen very eventful and unpredictable races for Emilia Romagna GP, which is exactly what makes Formula One such an exciting sport to watch. We don't know for how long it will stay in the F1, but we know that we will enjoy every race. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel to get more exciting Formula One news. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.